Are you encountering problems in solving derivatives? Say no more, we are here to help you. In this video, you will learn how to solve problems involving derivatives, including real-life problems. At the end of this video, you will definitely appreciate the relevance of learning basic calculus in your life. Let's start by citing their formulas and examples. There are 5 rules you can apply in solving derivatives, and here are some examples of each rule. Number 1 is constant rule. If y is equal to c, where c is a constant, then y prime is equal to 0. For example, f of x is equal to 3, then its derivative will always be 0. Therefore, f of x is equal to 3 is f prime of x is equal to 0. Then, let's move on to the second rule, which is the constant times a function. If y is equal to c times f of x, then y prime is equal to c times f of x. For example, y is equal to 7x raised to 4. You can get its derivative by multiplying the exponent to the base and subtracting 1 from the exponent. Therefore, 4 times 7 is equal to 28 and 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. And the derivative will be 28x cubed. Easy, right? Number 3 is the product rule. If y is equal to f of x times g of x, then y prime is equal to f of x times g prime of x plus g of x times f prime of x. For example, y is equal to 9x squared plus 6 times 4x squared minus 8. Y prime is equal to 9x squared plus 6 times 8x plus 4x squared minus 8 times 18x. 9x squared plus 6 came from f of x. 8x came from g prime of x plus 4x squared minus 8 came from g of x times 18x would be from f prime of x. Then, you will simplify that. It will become 9x squared times 8x is equal to 72x cubed plus 6 times 8x would be 48x plus 4x squared times 18x will be 72x cubed. 8 times 18x is equal to minus 144x. Then, the final answer would be 72x cubed plus 72x cubed would be 144x cubed. Then, 48x minus 144x would be negative 96x. Therefore, the derivatives of the given function would be y prime is equal to 144x cubed minus 96x. Number 4 is the quotient rule. If f of x is equal to g of x over k of x, then f prime of x is equal to k of x times g prime of x minus g of x times k prime of x all over k of x squared. If the given is y is equal to 5x squared plus 3x all over 4x plus 1, we will apply the formula. Y prime is equal to 4x plus 1 times 10x plus 3 minus 5x squared plus 3x times 4. all over 4x plus 1 squared. 4x plus 1 came from k of x times 10x plus 3 came from g prime of x minus 5x squared plus 3x came from g of x times 4 came from k prime of x. 4x plus 1 squared came from k of x squared. You will now simplify the equation. 4x times 10x will be 40x squared. 4x times positive 3 would be 12x. Then 1 times 10x would be 10x. Then 1 times positive 3 would be positive 3. Minus 5x squared times 4 will be 20x squared plus 3x times 4 would be 12x. Then, copy the denominator. The next step is you should combine all the like terms. Now it would be 4x squared plus 22x plus 3 minus 20x squared plus 12x all over 4x plus 1 squared. You will now simplify the equation by subtracting it. The final answer would be y prime is equal to 20x squared plus 10x plus 3 all over 4x plus 1 squared. And that's it! Number 5 is the chain rule. If y is equal to u to the power of n, then y prime is equal to n times u to the power of n minus 1 times u prime. For example, y is equal to 7 times 4x minus 3 raised to 5. In this given function, we should apply the formula. It will become 7 times 5 open parenthesis 4x minus 3 close parenthesis 5 minus 1 times 4. You will now simplify the equation. It will be 35 times 4 open parenthesis 4x minus 3 close parenthesis raised to 4. The final answer will be 140 open parenthesis 4x minus 3 close parenthesis raised to 4. Now we're done with all the rules in finding derivatives. Next, let's have implicit differentiation, which also includes finding derivatives.
There are 3 steps in finding the implicit differentiation. The first is to find the derivative of each terms in the given. The second step is to use the formula of the chain rule, which is y prime is equal to n times u raised to n minus 1 times u prime. The third step is to combine the like terms and divide the terms with the variable dy over dx. For example, x squared plus 3x squared y plus 5y squared plus 2xy squared is equal to 10. Using the first step, we must find the derivative of each given term. The first term is x squared. Its derivative is 2x. The second term is 3x squared. The second term, which is 3x squared y, its derivative is 3x squared dy over dx plus 6xy. The derivative of the third term, which is the 5y squared, is 10y dy over dx. The fourth and the last term, which is 2xy squared, its derivative is 4xy dy over dx plus 2y squared. We will follow the second step, which is using the formula of the chain rule. 2x plus 3x squared dy over dx plus 6xy plus 10y dy over dx plus 4xy dy over dx plus 2y squared. The third step would be dividing the terms with the variable dy over dx. So, dy over dx times 3x squared plus 4xy plus 10y all over 3x squared plus 4xy plus 10y is equal to negative 2y squared minus 6xy minus 2x all over 3x squared plus 4xy plus 10y. We cancel 3x squared plus 4xy plus 10y all over 3x squared plus 4xy plus 10y, which will give us the answer of dy over dx is equal to negative 2y squared minus 6xy minus 2x all over 3x squared plus 4xy plus 10y. Now that we're done with the implicit differentiation, let's have an example of a real-life problem using differentiation.
Two bicycles leave an intersection at the same time. One heads north going 12 miles per hour and the other heads going 5 miles per hour. How fast are the bikes getting away from each other after 1 hour? We'll start by using the formula of S is equals to square root of x squared plus y squared. Given the value of y, which is 12 over 5x. Next, we're gonna substitute the given y value to the formula. Square root of x squared plus 12 over 5x squared equals square root of 144 plus 25 over 25x squared equals square root of 169 over 25x squared, which will give us the answer of 13 over 5x. Now we're gonna use the chain rule, which is ds over t is equals to ds over dx times dx over dt is equals to 13 over 5 times 5 equals to 13, which will give us the answer of 13 miles per hour. Now, we're done solving a real-life problem using differentiation. Lastly, let's solve a complex function and compute for its first, second, third, and fourth derivatives.
The given complex function is f of x is equal to 4x cubed minus 2x times 5x plus 3. We will use the product rule to find its first derivative. F prime of x is equal to 4x cubed minus 2x times 5 plus 5x plus 3 times 8x minus 2. F prime of x is equal to 20x cubed minus 10x plus 40x squared plus 14x minus 6. The first derivative would be 20x cubed plus 40x squared plus 4x minus 6. The second derivative would be 60x squared plus 80x plus 4. The third derivative would be 120x minus 80. And the fourth derivative would be 120. And thank you for watching. We hope you understand derivatives after watching this video. Please like and subscribe to our channel, STEM 117. If you have questions or suggestions, just comment on the sections below. Thank you.